glass and dirt in hand. Concho's voice we hear, next play drawing near. Helmet straps pulled tight, rivals in our sight. Crowd roars with delight, we play with all our might. Friday nights feel alive, on this field we strive for the win and the prize, together side by side. Helmet straps pulled tight, rivals in our sight. Crowd roars with delight, we play with all our might. Friday nights feel alive, on this field we strive for the win and the pride, together side by side. Sweat and grit and grind, leaving fear behind. Every yard we fight, we'll give them all our might. In the huddle we unite, every struggle, every night. Through the falls and the climbs, we hold the line. Friday nights feel alive, on this field we strive for the win and the pride, together side by side. The sky, lights glow high, can't deny. Crowd roars loud, I'm feeling love. Marching band, drum line keeps the drive. Helmet on, grip tight on that ball. Mighty team, we rise, not fall. Bleachers rattling, echo the call. Friday night, we're giving it all. We fight, we scream under the lights. Drums beat, heart pumping just right. We run tornado in the night. Glitter and glory, it's alright. Rival teams clash, thunder and sweat. Next play ready, ain't no regret. Touchdown dreams, this night ain't set. 10 yards closer, never forget. Marching back, keeping the beat. Feeling that pulse under my feet. Drums of war calling us fleet. Victories taste better yet sweet. Halftime shows with fervor and flair. Pep squad jumping, spirits in the air. Coach words gotta beware. Second half beast, time to declare. We fight, we scream under the lights. Drums beat, heart pumping just right. We run tornado in the night. Glitter and glory, it's alright. colorless fleet. Victories taste bitter yet sweet.
We are live at Shenanigans for a brand new tradition as the Central Bobcats begin the 2024 campaign Friday night against the Abilene High Eagles. This is the Bobcats Insider, and you know I'm always ear hustling to find out the latest. We're joined by Coach Mark Smith. I'm Darren Prater. Arlen Ponders alongside as well. Thanks to Shenanigans, everybody that came out. We have some door prizes for y'all and trivia coming up. And thanks to Orangetheory. I was into Orangetheory like 5 years ago and reading about it in Men's Health. Yes, I read Men's Health. I'm healthy. I'm going to go to that place. Orangetheory, thank you guys so much. Pretend like we are in a Western. And Marshall Dillon got that badge on. He's riding in Dodge. And he's trying to right some wrongs and restore justice to West Texas football. But West Texas and the big country can be hazardous to your mental health and your football health. We have Warbirds and Cougars. We have Bucking Broncos, Minutemen up the road in Midland, Panthers, and all kinds of outlaws. But the ones in black and gold, they're coming to San Angelo Stadium this Friday night. In 5A, top 10 team, the Abilene Eagles. Going to be a showdown at the OK Corral of San Angelo Stadium. And the Mark Smith era begins officially on Concho Sports Network live this Friday night as the Bobcats take on a very tough Abilene Eagles team. You can see it live on Concho Sports Network. But the new sheriff in town, he's got some guys riding with him in orange. And they're ready for the OK Corral showdown against the Warbirds. Can they get the job done? It's going to be tough, and it's going to be a real showdown under the West Texas heat. Coach Smith, thank you so much for being on with us. It's always a pleasure. Try to stay out of your way with practice and all. Just watch you do your thing. And some hard-working kids out there. And it's not the best climate in the world for it. Let's talk about right at the beginning, when you officially adopted these kids, a whole bunch of them. I've heard that there are some new wrinkles in the way things are done, even the laundry. And that's been bugging me because somebody said that even the way y'all do laundry is different.
Listen, everything matters.
Yeah.
I always just kind of said that, even if it may seem like a very small thing. You know, everything matters. I think the precision and the details of what we do and how we do it matters in everything, from down to the laundry, the way we lace our shoes up, the way we keep a nice tidy area inside our locker room, all those things matter. And by the way, you're a great storyteller. You know, I like that.
Thank you.
Into this segment right here, Marshall Dillon and everything.
Oh, man.
You did a great job with that.
I appreciate that.
Darren, Arlen, it's great to be back by both of you right now. Ready for a great season alongside each of you guys. Shay, thank you. Shenanigans, Orangetheory Fitness, everyone who's a part of this. Just an amazing thing. I'm excited. It's been since February 1st when I first got here, and then it seems like so long ago, but it also seems like it just went by like that. Mm-hmm. And I think that's just kind of how things go in the coaching world. But we're finally here to a game week. The guys are excited. The enthusiasm at practice this morning was at an all-time high. There's just something different about game week. Training camp, is a wonderful thing and a great time on the practice field. But when you finally get to a game week and you know there's another opponent that you're going to play at the end of the week, it just creates another level of excitement around your team.
Playing against somebody with bad intentions
Friday
night.
And playing against your hometown.
I know. And this, of course, I went to Abilene Cooper, so I've been hating these guys for a long time. Okay, and but I've got much respect for them. I tell our team all the time, we don't fear anybody, but we respect everybody. And this is a really good football team that's coming in here. They're district champs a year ago. They went to the quarterfinals. It was their best season since 2011 at Abilene High. They got a great coaching staff. They got great players, much deserving of a state ranking to start out the season. But I love the challenge that it provides our team, right from the get. There's nothing like playing a nice state-ranked team that gets the attention of your team right away, and you've got to have everything dialed in order to play and perform in games like this. It's a showcase game, and it's going to be a great night, a great atmosphere. The weather's going to be perfect. The crowd's going to be into it. It's going to be a great night.
Yeah, the scrimmage, were you surprised just for practice, the scrimmage, just the kind of crowds that come out to San Angelo Stadium just for that?
It was wonderful, and I've known that about now experiencing on this side of it. I've known it just from growing up in this area and being around it, football matters here. It's important to this community. It's important to the city of San Angelo. It's important at Central High School. And, I take great pride in that, that it's my responsibility to put together a winning team, to go out there and to perform for this city and for this community.
And you're all in. And I'm going to pay you. Said I'm a good storyteller. I'm going to pay you a compliment. Frequency. Your voice is on a frequency. Of course, you've lived in Arkansas, Long Island, you've all over. You've picked up some dialects. All in one, the frequency of your voice is easy to hear in chaotic situations without you having to yell at the top of your lungs. You can be understood, and that's a good thing.
Trained lungs over a long period of time. That's 25 seasons now, blowing a whistle and getting my point across. And you're right, coast to coast to do that. It is. I appreciate you. And you have been up there watching a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Well, and you're a dad
you can hear me loud and
too,
clear.
so you got that dad voice too.
It's built in.
It's built in. Yeah.
Double down.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So from the beginning up until now, with all the changes, let's talk about what you've seen progress-wise for this team, offensively and defensively. How have they progressed leading up to week 1?
Well, I think it's been tremendous, from the very beginning. And we really, we just kept peeling layers off the onion, from February 1st to right now. And we broke everything down to the studs in the house. And then we've been rebuilding it since then. And, I think it started during winter conditioning as we were, got our hands on them in there. And it started from the way that we worked, in the weight room. And then it progressed on to when we started doing skills and drills with them. And then from skills and drills, we divided the entire team into offense and defense. They had a position on each side of the ball. We started completely over. It wasn't like, you were a starter last year on offense or on defense, and that's where you're going to be. We worked guys on both sides of the ball to find the best formula for this team and just broke it down that way, built it together. And then the progression through skills and drills right into the summer program, the tremendous, we had over 200 there every day in the summer working out. It was an amazing thing to see. The commitment, the buy-in, the want to. I tell the team all the time, we got a team with a bad case of the want tos, and that's a good thing. This team really does. And I think that, they're anxious, they're ready. The mental disposition that it takes, Darren, to be able to perform, under the lights on a Friday night with a great environment, and to be able to focus into the moment. We've spent a lot of time working on that portion of it, the mental conditioning that it takes to do that, and to have that right disposition to make a play in and play out. Those are all important qualities, and I've just seen this team take those little steps as we start climbing the mountain. You don't go from here to there in one fell swoop. It's incremental steps, gradual change over a long period of time, and I've seen that from February 1st to today.
And the enthusiasm that you bring as a head coach is contagious. Everything's urgent. Come on, urgent. And if you're standing there picking blades of grass and you're third in line, you're going to get called out. Come on.
Look at my face. I say that a lot. Yeah. And we do. But I do. It's been a pleasure. I love what I do. I love coming to the office every day, working with these young people. And I love it because, they've got just an infectious way about them that they bought into everything that I've said. And they've just said, hey, Coach, we're here to do it. What do you need us to do? That's been their attitude. And when you have a team that has an attitude like that with the bad case of the want-tos, you can accomplish some great things.
And you don't have to say you don't ever have to tell them sick 'em. You didn't want to tell them sick 'em. You wanted to say whoa instead of sick 'em.
That's exactly right. I'd much rather do that.
And one of the things I always wanted my kids, you're hungry. We're not starving. You're hungry.
Yeah.
I want them hungry. I don't want them starving. So if you're hungry, you want to learn. You want to build. We called it building a cake. You said peeling the onion back.
Yeah, that's right.
But and speaking of building a cake, so we want to do some trivia real fast.
Ooh.
So, all right. Hey, I'm going to let you do that because you have better eyesight than
I can see.
Thanks again to Shenanigans and Orangetheory and everybody that came out. Let's get the huge crowd going because this is fun. Football is here. We've waited long enough through the dog days of summer. It's time to play some ball against those warbirds.
Okay, and the graphics up there, trivia. Who led the Bobcats in rushing last season?
Who led the Bobcats?
Javion Robinson, Tyree Brawley, or Squeaky English?
We're going to go to a break. think about it. And we have some cool door prizes, booster clubs here, so we'll take a quick break. This is the Bobcats Insider, Episode 1. Still plenty more to come. More prizes, and we'll see if we can get the answer to this one coming up. You're watching Concho Sports Network, Bobcats Insider from Shenanigans and Orangetheory.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
At Medical Arts, your pharmacists are still people who know you. We care about you and your family. That's a relationship that can be helpful to you in so many ways. We're glad to offer curbside pickup anytime it's easier for you to stay in the car. We still proudly offer home delivery, as we have since 1957. But we admit, we like it best when you can come in, so we can visit. Medical Arts Pharmacy, the pharmacist next door. 2102 Pecos, 325-949-4636.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
At Medical Arts, your pharmacists are still people who know you. We care about you and your family. That's a relationship that can be helpful to you in so many ways. We're glad to offer curbside pickup anytime it's easier for you to stay in the car. We still proudly offer home delivery, as we have since 1957. But we admit, we like it best when you can come in, so we can visit. Medical Arts Pharmacy, the pharmacist next door. 2102 Pecos, 325-949-4636.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
At Medical Arts, your pharmacists are still people who know you. We care about you and your family. That's a relationship that can be helpful to you in so many ways. We're glad to offer curbside pickup anytime it's easier for you to stay in the car. We still proudly offer home delivery, as we have since 1957. But we admit, we like it best when you can come in, so we can visit. Medical Arts Pharmacy, the pharmacist next door. 2102 Pecos, 325-949-4636.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care.
Welcome back to Shenanigans. This is Bobcats Insider. Week 1 of the 2024 season as Abilene High comes to San Angelo Stadium to take on your Bobcats Friday night. This is episode 1 of Bobcats Insider. We hope you'll join us at Shenanigans every week with Coach Mark Smith and me and Arlen Ponder. And we have a little trivia right now. We're going to give, I love these decals, Coach.
They're great. I just put one on my car this weekend, my wife's car and mine.
I commend you on that. I like that. The essay. It's us. It's our thing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Who is at the mic to answer our trivia question, sir? It's you. Okay, here's the question. For the Bobcats last season, who led the Bobcats in rushing? A, Javion Robinson, B, Tyree Brawley, or C, Squeaky English?
He said Squeaky English.
You are right,
Squeaky.
sir. It's
Yep.
Squeaky
Correct.
English.
Well done.
And hey, we can probably see a squeaky sneaky a time or two.
And he's going to get a logo or a T-shirt, whichever he wants. He's taking the T-shirt.
Taking the T-shirt.
So-
It's a good choice.
See, we run out of prizes fast if I'm in charge,
Yeah.
'cause I double up.
Yeah.
Very generous. Thank you, sir. Now you can see that's Stepdad, one of the players here
Yep.
to watch the show. We have a great crowd. Thanks to Orangetheory Fitness and Shenanigans for Bobcats Insider here on Concho Sports Network. Let's talk a little more about how the Bobcats have progressed and the scrimmages leading up to now, and then we'll talk about some individuals. Coach, from day one to now, you've seen the progress. You've seen them adapt to a new way of doing things. Let's talk about how they did against another team that is not the Bobcats.
Yes.
Up the road quite a
lot of
long
excitement.
way.
Yeah, last week as we scrimmaged Del Rio, and I really enjoyed it for several reasons. First, it was the first time to take the team and go on the road. As you mentioned, there's different ways that I like to do things, and that includes travel, how we do certain things there. So, we were able to kind of break them in on that. They did an excellent job understanding, kind of the mentality it takes when you're on that bus and when you get off and you go into a new locker room. It's probably going to be a bad one, when you go on the road. Just anticipate that. It'll be hot. Yeah, there won't be all the accommodations that you're used to at home, but to embrace that, to understand that, know that, I like to educate them on everything that I possibly can so we can eliminate variables and distractions and be able to just be right up front with everything. So I was pleased with the way that we handled things logistically on the trip, and then also our performance I thought was really good. I was very proud of the guys. I gave our staff a day and a half to prepare for Del Rio. I was really more focused through our 16 practices and training camp on us. What do we do on offense and defense and special teams, and how can we improve in those areas? And when we got ready to scrimmage Del Rio, I gave the guys a day and a half to prep for Del Rio. And they run a flex bone on offense, which is very unique. It's different. It's college football. Air Force runs that, so it's what Air Force runs, and we played them when I was at Colorado, and had some experience with that. And if you don't see it all the time, it's challenging to be able to line up to and defend. So I was really pleased with the way we defended them in terms of just spending a day and a half on that. A lot of it was just being physical and playing with their hands up front. The guys did really well offensively. I thought we did really well as well. I limited our offense to just a couple of formations and
too fancy.
and 4 plays, and we played with a huddle tempo the entire time. So, we're like I mentioned, during break, I only have one chance at the element of surprise with this team, and I've been disciplined to be able to keep us kind of reined in terms of that. So, when we play Abilene High and then move down our schedule, you'll see a greatly different looking offense and defense in terms of our calls and what you're going to see on the field. So very happy with how we executed in that scrimmage and the way we handled logistically traveling and playing somebody else. It was a lot of fun.
You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You guys may have a few
Experience has taught
wrinkles
me
in there.
that. Yep. And they'll have wrinkles of their own. And of course, there's always a great element of surprise in first games. Of course, they've got an existing staff, and you've got previous years of video to watch, which we did.
And they're returning now they lost most of their defense, didn't they?
A lot of their defense.
But they're bringing back like 7 starters on offense, I think is what I saw.
Yeah, they've got a really good nucleus of players around them. Abilene High is a really good overall team. When you look at them from the 10,000-foot view, there aren't any holes, that you see in there. They're just really solid all the way across the board. And they're well coached. This is a team that brings back experience from a quarterfinal team from a year ago. They ran the ball for over 2,200 yards last season. They want to run the ball. That's how they want to create a physical game, is by running the football. They're very multiple on offense, a lot of different formations and personnel groupings, and they will formationally probe you to see what might be problematic. On defense, they operate out of an odd structure. They like to bring pressure out of that, and they've got good personnel around them. They did replace a lot of their guys defensively from a year ago. what I really like about their team is they got a really good quarterback, a guy that can, make throws, that can make plays with his feet, and they got a really good wide out to get the ball to on the perimeter. I believe, the receiver, Ryland Bradford, number 3.
Bradford, yeah.
He's, I believe he's the preseason 5A offensive player of the year for the state of Texas. So that's pretty good. So when you got a guy like that, then I'm going to find ways to get him the ball, and they do. They'll get it to him just on quick screens outside. They put him in the backfield some in their scrimmage against Wiley. And, of course, they'll throw it downfield to him as well. So, and when you establish a running game like they want to do, the tighter you bring those DBs down in there, then it makes room over the top. So they try to create these matchups within, their offensive personnel and play calling, and they got really good people to do it with.
And those little short passes, they block really well. They tackle real well too, but these guys block. They're very fundamentally sound. This program is no stranger to state championships. They won one in 2009. These Eagles did. That was the last time. They've been a few times. They had one win before that, I believe. I want to say the word Jack Mildren for some reason. He
went to Abilene Cooper.
Okay,
Jack Mildren went to Abilene. Don't you confuse that.
Oh,
okay?
man, I'm so sorry.
Listen, you can do a lot of things. You can talk about Dublin all you want. Okay? Don't mess with Jack Mildren. I'm teasing.
This team, and if I remember right, Henry was a running back last year.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, he was a running back last year. Now he's moved to quarterback, and so there's a possibility that he's going to be a lot like we were with Squeak, where he's going to take off and run.
He certainly can, and so you've got to really have integrity in your rush lanes against him. You've got to really make sure you've got a plan for contain and to keep him within the pocket, and that kind of discipline in a game like this really matters. So that was one of the first things on my checklist. In terms of defensively, is to contain number 1. Okay, we got to contain the quarterback. And will he get out from time to time? I'm sure he will.
Right.
He's a good player, but we've got to really limit those. And when he does get out, we got to get him on the ground as quick as we can, and get as many guys around the ball as quickly as possible to just limit those explosive plays.
I thought we were about to have an intense moment like last time. When you start talking like that and talk about getting in the backfield and putting them down, you got intense, man. And I see you working with the defense. And,
I love it. My favorite time of the day is with a whistle around my neck and out on the grass and coaching. And it's a passion of mine, and I know I got a lot to offer and a lot to say, and I got a willing audience.
Yeah. Hard work. If you see the kids around town, hug their neck, shake their hand, tell them you appreciate the work they put in.
That's right.
Of course, watch the games, but go out and support them.
That's right.
All season
That's
long.
Right.
We ready for some more trivia, Arlen, or are we just going to take a break?
That's it. We're going to go straight to a break right now. Is that good?
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that this is not a contest, but we have Squeaky. In the 90s, Abilene had Chew. Remember Sneezy Beltran?
Oh, yes. I remember that. Great player.
Just wanted to name drop
really
a little
great
bit.
Player.
Look at that.
Yeah.
We are live at Shenanigans Week 1. Bobcats Insider with head coach Mark Smith, who riding into Dodge, putting together a posse of Bobcats and ready to see if they can send these Eagles to the gallows Friday night.
What a storyteller.
Look at that.
Yeah. Thanks to Shenanigans and, of course, Orangetheory Fitness supporting the Angry Orange. We'll be back after this on Pixelcast Media's Concho Sports Network.
About the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Shirts Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
At Medical Arts, your pharmacists are still people who know you. We care about you and your family. That's a relationship that can be helpful to you in so many ways. We're glad to offer curbside pickup anytime it's easier for you to stay in the car. We still proudly offer home delivery, as we have since 1957. But we admit, we like it best when you can come in, so we can visit. Medical Arts Pharmacy, the pharmacist next door, 2102 Pecos, 325-949-4636.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
At Medical Arts, your pharmacists are still people who know you. We care about you and your family. That's a relationship that can be helpful to you in so many ways. We're glad to offer curbside pickup anytime it's easier for you to stay in the car. We still proudly offer home delivery, as we have since 1957. But we admit, we like it best when you can come in, so we can visit. Medical Arts Pharmacy, the pharmacist next door, 2102 Pecos, 325-949-4636.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
At Medical Arts, your pharmacists are still people who know you. We care about you and your family. That's a relationship that can be helpful to you in so many ways. We're glad to offer curbside pickup anytime it's easier for you to stay in the car. We still proudly offer home delivery, as we have since 1957. But we admit, we like it best when you can come in, so we can visit. Medical Arts Pharmacy, the pharmacist next door, 2102 Pecos, 325-949-4636.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
We're back.
At Schertz Landscape,
Hey, football is just about here. Week 1. Welcome back to Shenanigans. Nice crowd here, great food. I filled
Great
up
crowd.
on quesadillas. I'm kind of moving a little slow. Thanks to everybody who is here with Concho Sports Network for Bobcats Insider Week 1. Shay Harris, our producer, Brandon Richardson is here, and some more folks from Pixelcast Media. Coach Mark Smith, Abilene, Friday night to kick off the season. Then Abilene has to play Cooper the next week. Then we play Cooper, week 3?
Third week, yep.
I'm going to tell you, this is what kids call a flex. You came to town and you flexed. That's a big flex. Like, okay. I mean, really. If you flexed, okay, we're going to play both Abilene teams. And we got a little Southwest Conference, too. If you come in and are able to dominate the big country in West Texas, that's the flex of a lifetime.
Darren, I love that. You know, I just the Little Southwest Conference is so important to me. And to be able to pick these games up with both Abilene schools, I mean, I think it's a great way, you know, to kick off the season with 2 of them in the first 3 games. You know, football matters in both of these communities. You know, it's really important, and these are communities that are very proud. And I just think it's what Friday Night Lights is all about. Is an atmosphere like what we'll have at San Angelo Stadium on Friday night at 7 o'clock when we kick it off. I'm thrilled to be a part of it. I'm anxious to get the game here. I'm also the guy that's like, I tell my staff, I'm like, we never have enough time. There's always more. I got more that I want to go over, more that we need to review, something I thought about in a dream the night before that, did I cover that with them? And you know, your mind just never shuts off.
It's like
all
that
of those
painter.
things.
It's like that painter. I want to put that last stroke. Oh, I just messed up the whole thing.
Yes, I mean, it just I'm coaching all the way up until kickoff and then all the way through the game. I just really, my thoughts to the team, you know, when I had our staff meeting, you know, yesterday afternoon, you know, I talked about just confidence. You know, I want our team to be confident as we go in to this game. And so, you know, as much correction as we give them, and we're coaching them hard, you know, through 16 practices and training camp, I want to see, as they do great things in practice, let's make sure that our praise is louder than our correction as we get closer to game time. I just feel like that's a super important thing to have, is that you want your players out there with a confidence in them, and that a lot of that comes from preparation. And that this is a hungry team in terms of preparing. They're like, Coach, you got a cut up that I can watch. What's something else that you want me to see and study and go over? And when you have teams that are asking questions like that, we got something. They care. Like I mentioned, bad case of the want-tos. Our team is infected with that right now. And that makes for a happy coach.
I like it when all of a sudden, like a bullet, first guy, second guy, third guy in the line, boom, you go in between guys, and then I hear you say something, going, that's what I noticed.
That's right.
That's awesome.
And it's that positive reinforcement that you build on, and you get those kids to buy into your system and buy into what you're trying to sell. It's not so much selling, but you get them to buy into your system and want to come and want to walk through fire for you. And
right.
I see that from your kids watching practice, watching things. And it's infectious, to the community, and the community gets involved, and we're going to have angry Orange fans everywhere.
It's chaotic, but dadgummit, you don't want kids playing scared, and there's a fine line of,
That's
in
right.
such a state of nervous, they're paralyzed.
I want them to be relaxed and feel loose enough to play, and you can't be, in that position like you mentioned where you're just so uptight that I'm afraid to make a mistake. I tell, will you make a mistake? Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's make it 100 speed and go right on to the next play, and then relax. And once you kind of get over those first few plays kind of jitters, and then you can get into a rhythm of playing the game. I always talk about calm eyes and violent hands. If we play with calm eyes and violent hands, you've got something.
Yeah, be violent, whistle blows, cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
No stupid penalties. Let's talk about the history of these two teams lately. Arlen and I almost froze to death at Shotwell Stadium, and you grew up in the shadow of Shotwell Stadium as the Abilene Eagles just trounced all over Central a few seasons ago. Of course, our quarterback was injured, but they had a really good team. But the time before that, well, 2 times before that, you go back a few more years, Central only lost, one regular season game in 4 seasons? And that was to Abilene. In between that, the last time Central beat the Abilene Eagles, Abilene had the game won. Are you probably familiar with this?
Yes.
They're driving.
I've heard, yep.
They fumble. Central drives, wins it on a field goal as time expired.
Marty Hauser told me that story just this week, and Marty has rejoined our staff.
Okay.
Yep, and just about a week and a half ago, and is working with us, and he told me that story about that game and the fumble right there at the very end, and then right down the field, kick the field goal to win the game. That's how games can turn, just like that.
That's what's so awesome about football. You never know.
You're never out. You're never out.
You're never
Keep believing.
Out. And like the saying, any given Sunday, any given Friday night, just because they walk on the field doesn't mean that they aren't going to hand them the victory. You're going to have to earn that victory.
Yeah.
And I see that with your team. Who's somebody that we're going to bring in that we're going to be talking about throughout the season? Is there one particular? I know you've got the whole team. But is there one that you see that, hey, they've made an incredible improvement over the summer to now?
Well, one that's sitting right out here in front of us, Gavin Johnson. He's there with his family, wide receiver, just a sophomore, and he's made quite an impression, on me and on his teammates. And there's a lot of guys that I could mention right now, but Gavin, is going to be a really, really, really good player for 3 years for the Bobcats. And, I expect him to do great things right now this season. So, I hope he makes several big plays on Friday night.
That's awesome.
Of course, you've gotten to know Squeaky English pretty well.
Yep.
And number 12, Hill.
I watched Colton, both great players.
I watched Colton's dad wear number 12 for the San Saba Armadillos back in the day. It's a family tradition.
Jimmy played for
San
Saba.
He was an armadillo.
All right.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was an armadillo. I remember that. Played at the graveyard, right?
Both of those guys, great players. Of course, Colton's got a great family history here at this school, and Dad from San Saba and everything. Christian is just continues to impress every time. That we're out on the field. I see him taking strides. To be the best player that he can be, and both of those guys. And we got some dynamic players on this roster, and so do they. Which that sets up for a nice heavyweight showdown.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say Squeaky has a very athletic family, a great close-knit
Yes,
family, too.
he
Love
does.
those guys. Got, of course, Jacob, big brother. Older brother, too, the MMA fighter that got a TKO not too long ago. And you can
really?
You can hear Squeaky
Wow.
go, yeah, hey, man, and camera
All
going.
right.
So, yeah, great family. There's a lot of great families that support
There
these
are.
kids.
They really are.
Running back, have we solved that?
We're still going to be I feel like we're a running back by committee team. I think that we have a lot of guys that have some different, experience in different areas, and they provide, development in certain areas that the other one may not have. So, and I think that's the way this game is kind of leans towards now, is that it's hard to get through a season with one running back.
Just one.
You're going
Absolutely.
to need 2 or 3 guys that can carry the load, and I see that happening for us this season.
Bully ball. How's
right.
the bully ball coming along?
That's
Bully
what I
ball.
want our identity to be known for. When it comes down to it, 25 seasons now doing this, teams that can run the ball and teams that can stop people from running the ball win.
Right.
And, that's what I want us to be known for. Of course, we're going to have great skill and be able to showcase those guys as well. But when the game's on the line and we need a yard, you ought to be able to put your hand in the ground and come off the ball and go get that, or stop somebody from getting that as well. So the big guys up front, either side of the ball, that's what we want to be known for. Bully ball.
Bully ball on both sides. Let's have one defensive, intense coaching moment. When you're blitzing up the middle, what do you want them to do?
Well, hopefully that they've disguised it well enough that the offensive line doesn't see it coming, and they've set themselves up, in a position to be successful. But whenever you are on a blitz, you better not slow down, okay? Your feet better be moving, and you better be able to play with violent hands as you're coming through, on those pressures. You don't want anybody tiptoeing when they come through there. Yeah, have your
All
pads
right.
down and keep your feet moving, violent hands.
Plant them on the turf.
That's right.
Well,
Yeah.
we're looking forward to it. 7 o'clock kickoff. Abilene Eagles are back. And they're coming to town with bad intentions, but the Bobcats are ready as the Coach Mark Smith era begins here in San Angelo.
Thanks,
Thank you
Darren.
so much.
Thanks,
Hey,
Harlan.
next week,
Yep.
we'll see you Friday, of course. Next
Yep.
week, let's do it again.
We will. See you right
Bobcats
here.
Insider brought to you by Orangetheory Fitness and Shenanigans. Thank you all very much. Thanks to Brandon Richardson for being part of our production crew, working the camera, and Shay Harris, our producer, Coach Mark Smith, of course, Arlen Bonder. Thank
Glad
you,
to be
sir.
here, Darren.
The Darlings are back Friday night.
Darlings
Let's
are back.
get it, baby. All right, we'll see y'all next time. Chiefs Insider up next.
All right.
Good deal.
Man, that was good. That was good.
Thank you, guys. That was awesome.
And Coach's voice we hear. Next play drawing near. Helmet straps pulled tight. Rivals in our sight. Crowd roars with delight. We play with all our might. Friday nights feel alive. On this field we strive for the win and the prize. Together side by side. Helmet straps pulled tight. Rivals in our sight. Crowd roars with delight. We play with all our might. Friday nights feel alive. On this field we strive for the win and the pride. Together side by side. Sweat and grit and grind, leaving fear behind. Every yard we fight, we'll give them all our might. In the huddle we unite. Every struggle, every night. Through the falls and the climbs, we hold the line. Friday nights feel alive. On this field we strive for the win and the pride. Together side by side. marching band, drumline keeps the drive. Helmet on, grip tight on that ball. Mighty team, we rise, not fall. Bleachers rattling, echo the call. Friday night, we're giving it all. We fight, we scream under the lights. Drums beat hard, bumping just right. We run tornado in the night. Glitter run glory, it's alright. Rival teams clash, thunder and sweat. Next play ready, ain't no regret. Touchdown dreams, this night ain't set. 10 yards closer, never forget. Marching back, keeping the beat. Feeling that pulse under my feet. Drums of war calling us sweet. Victory tastes better yet sweet. Halftime shows with fervor and flair. Pep squad jumping, spirits in the air. Coach words gotta beware. Second half bass, time to declare. We fight, we scream under the lights. Drums beat hard, bumping just right. We run
All right, folks, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
I want to say thanks to Shenanigans for having us here. I'm Zach DeCarlo. We got Chad Miller over here as my co-host, and we got Coach Guevara here today from Lakeview High School, the Chiefs. How you doing today, Coach?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Well, we're going to start off. We want to talk about some of your, your fans want to know what's going on. So we're going to start with your off-season stuff. Talk about some of your off-season stuff. What you got going on out there at the high school?
We started 2 days, about a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
Kids are working hard. Getting up early in the morning. We kind of adjusted our schedules due to our district meetings and whatnot. But
sure.
We've been practicing that, battling the heat. But we've gone through 2 scrimmages. So that's where we're at now, getting ready for Fort Stockton.
Getting ready for Fort Stockton. We're going to talk about Fort Stockton here in a little bit. You mentioned you had your couple scrimmages, but before we get to that, you mentioned you've been going about a couple weeks now. Well, y'all sure chose the hottest part of the summer to start working out, huh?
Yeah, wouldn't happen the other way.
Hey, nothing wrong with some little West Texas heat, that's for sure.
Go ahead.
No, Coach, I just kind of had a little bit of interest, of course. You had those couple scrimmages. What were some things that you were hoping to get out of these 2 days of scrimmages? Of course, you want to see the team improve, but was there any focus on just the kind of what are you telling the guys? What do you focus on for the team as a whole?
Just fine tuning, their skills and working on fundamentals and getting better every day. Just re-emphasizing the importance of playing as a team. Play for each other, play together. And so I think our athletes have done a good job, responded. They team led. Or we have some seniors that are leading the team, so it's been pretty good. So the chemistry's coming together.
All right. Now I know you got a lot of teams are working out. A lot of teams are getting ready for their seasons as well. And you're at that point coming into week 1. You got to start gauging where you're at as a team. So where do you feel like y'all are at as a team as far as starting to gel or getting ready for week 1?
Yeah, I think we're getting closer, every day, but we still got a ways to go.
Okay.
Lots to improve on. Very young team. But that being said, they're working extremely hard, and we're ahead of where I thought we were going to be, So, yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned you're a young team. So when I hear a young team, I'm thinking a lot of sophomores, maybe a lot of juniors, few seniors.
A lot of juniors, a few sophomores. We have some kids that are seniors that are playing for the first time on Friday night. So
wow.
So it's been fun. It's been fun that they've embraced that opportunity and the challenge. So they've been getting after it.
So every team I've ever been a part of, we had some type of team mantra or slogan or logo for the year. Do y'all have anything like that this year?
Not yet. We've had something thrown around. we talked about right here, right now.
Okay.
All right.
Taking care of business. So we're taking it day by day.
Okay.
And we haven't really hit one yet.
But I like that right here, right now. That says a lot about because things change. Coach, you've done this a long time. Things change sometimes day to day, and
they do.
You got to be where you're at when you're at it. So
and that's our philosophy. We're taking care of business right now, where we're at the present time. That's what we try to do.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I also too enjoy it. I want to make sure I get my little saying in there, get a little few words. But no, yeah, it is fantastic. Now, I guess let's get into a little bit more of the specifics. Of course, you talked about just making sure your younger team. You mentioned first time playing on Friday night, and I, of course, earlier just asked you about how you're trying to improve as a whole. What about just specifically for one side of the ball or the other? Is there really any key points that you were focusing on during this offseason? Do you really want to focus on your run game on offense and maybe stopping the run on defense? What were y'all thinking?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough question just because we're trying to improve everywhere. And so I think our main focus probably defensively and offensively. And Coach Allen Barr defensively done a good job trying to get those guys motivated in the D line with Coach Rivero and in the O line, Coach Gonzalez and Coach Cortez. Those guys in the trenches are the ones that they make the team go. Unsung heroes of the game because they don't get a lot of praise, and those kids do a lot of work day in and day out. So, yeah, I mean, if it was anybody, it was those guys in the trenches.
Mm-hmm. I like that. So, do you have any right now? Can you think of any players that you're really excited to get on the field and for the fans to see this year? All of them. Okay.
The chief football
that's
team,
fair.
both sides of the ball. I think that the coaches have done a great job, both sides of the ball. Like I said earlier, they play together and for each other. So I'm excited for all of them.
Any big returners coming back on either side of the ball?
Yeah, we got our quarterback coming back, some receivers coming back. You'll see a couple today.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't like to name everybody because I'll forget someone.
That's
so
fine.
I want to say everybody. And we got some linemen that are coming back that are seniors, and so I'm excited for every individual on the team. You know.
And I guess the thing I'm pointing out there is, with these returners, you got some leadership coming back that's going to be you need on a young team.
Yeah,
Good leadership.
We do got some leadership. We got I would say names, but we got Trey Henry on the O line leads the O line, and then we got our receiving core, Francisco, and you'll talk to him later, and Austin, our quarterback, and like I said, I'm going to forget names. So
Sure, that happens.
And so, but we do got a whole group of boys, young men that are out there leading the team.
Now I got one question that I've always asked coaches in the preseason and before the first game. I know right now y'all are looking forward to Fort Stockton because I'm sure y'all's minds are set on Fort Stockton.
Yes, sir.
If I'm right, but when you looked at the preseason schedule, is there any game you circled that you're like, this is the game I can't wait for?
We circle Fort Stockton. That's as far as we go.
That's fair.
1 week at a time because they deserve all the respect. That's the team that we're facing, and that's the only thing we need to worry about right now.
And the only reason I ask that is some coaches look forward to district play, but some look forward to that first game. You never know.
Yeah, no, I mean, we go, like I said earlier, we go week by week, and we're not going to shy away what we believe in, and that's what we try to preach to our kids. We need to take care of this week for next week.
Yes, sir. That's good philosophy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I honestly, you kind of took some of the words right out of my mouth. That was like that, and also kind of some of the players you were focusing on. Are really things I'm going to try to say for the Fort Stockton part of it. But I mean, hey, it is really great to know that focusing on that week-to-week mindset of everything. It's kind of I can just keep thinking about y'all are doing a great job of taking these questions out of my mouth and really making sure because and so it just kind of just overall, it sounds like it's great off-season work as a whole, really.
Yeah, it's been fun since these guys have taken the lead and they just worked hard, extremely hard since football was over last year, and I think they've taken it personal for themselves, and they want to, they put the work in, so we're excited.
So I believe, Coach, we've got a trivia question before we go out here. Mm-hmm. But before we do that, can I just ask you, tell us who we're going to talk to here when we come back from break.
Coming up, you'll talk to Francisco Ramirez and Austin Perez.
Okay. So we're going to talk to two players when we come back. But before we go, Chad, you got a trivia question for us.
Yes, I do. So, I mean, Coach, of course, you can give your own thoughts and opinions. Maybe you know the answers to this, but, of course, mainly for the people back home. But we're going to be looking for the winningest head coach in Lakeview history. Now, of course, it's multiple choice, so I'm not sure if you have any options off the top of your head or for y'all at home. But, of course, the multiple choice is Clovis Hale, Jim Slaughter, and Kyle Gandy. We're looking for the winningest head coach in Lakeview.
We're going to come back with that right after we come back after these messages.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
At Medical Arts, your pharmacists are still people who know you. We care about you and your family. That's a relationship that can be helpful to you in so many ways. We're glad to offer curbside pickup anytime it's easier for you to stay in the car. We still proudly offer home delivery, as we have since 1957. But we admit, we like it best when you can come in, so we can visit. Medical Arts Pharmacy, the pharmacist next door. 2102 Pecos, 325-949-4636.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
At Medical Arts, your pharmacists are still people who know you. We care about you and your family. That's a relationship that can be helpful to you in so many ways. We're glad to offer curbside pickup anytime it's easier for you to stay in the car. We still proudly offer home delivery, as we have since 1957. But we admit, we like it best when you can come in, so we can visit. Medical Arts Pharmacy, the pharmacist next door. 2102 Pecos, 325-949-4636.
The great low rates on new.
And welcome back to Chiefs Insider. Before we left you, we had a trivia question for those of you back home. We also left to give it to Coach too. Of course, we're not going to tell you what Coach said, but we did have this trivia question. Who is the winningest football coach in Chiefs history? Gentlemen, I know we're going to choose those here in a second. I'm not sure if y'all wanted to take a shot in the dark on that one, but we had Clovis Hale, Jim Slaughter, and Kyle Gandy.
I go for C. I go B. I go B.
Well, B is your answer. It is Jim Slaughter is the winningest football coach in Chiefs history. Once again, welcome back. I am joined by two young men on the Chiefs football team. Gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourselves, and we'll get underway.
I'm Francisco Ramirez, and I'm a senior. I play wide receiver and DB.
I'm Austin Perez. I'm a senior, and I play quarterback.
Fantastic. Francisco, we're going to start with you, man. Just kind of give us, I believe this was your first day of classes today, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was like last
week?
The week before last week.
Oh, wow.
Thursday.
My apologies. I am completely off. I'm so used to the ASU schedule, just finishing college and all that fun stuff. But before we even jump into, you are a student athlete, student first. Kind of just give us a little bit of insight on your class schedule, kind of like maybe you don't got to go detail for detail, but just like how you feel about your classes thus far.
I feel pretty good about my classes, just going in there, doing my work. Pretty easy going through every day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Real nice and sweet. And then let's go to you now. Come on, just what about your classes? How you feeling about them?
They're pretty good. It's senior year, so it should be a breeze.
Love to see it. Francisco, let's kind of talk about the off season for you. Of course, we talked to Coach just a little bit ago. He kind of really wanted to make sure y'all hammered down the fundamentals. But in your eyes, what was it? How was it to you? What do you think you grew on as a player? Maybe some things you wanted to work on, you got a chance to.
I think the off season went good. Me personally, I needed to work more on tackling and breaking down more instead of just going straight on. And then as a team, we all needed to work on tackling, honestly. Yeah. That was more of a fundamental we needed to get through and stopping the run, really.
Yeah, and do you feel like you were able to improve during your off season for sure?
Yes, sir, for sure.
Yeah, awesome, fantastic. And kind of obviously we don't want to look too much on the past and look more in the future, but kind of give us a little bit of a mindset that you had into this offseason. Of course, you just talked about what you did. What kind of keeps you as a player, maybe you as a student, what keeps you motivated through the ups and downs of being a student athlete?
Honestly, I just want the team to succeed and get better, because last season, we did pretty good. We just didn't hit our right fundamentals and stuff. So I just want to have a better season, and everyone as a whole work together and put in the effort that everyone needs to put in, because we're a good team. We just need to put in the effort and get better.
Awesome. Yeah, and honestly, I love the mentality of just always wanting to improve, and that's always going to help you, not only just as a student now, athlete now, but even if furthermore when you move on to your next step in life. Now, moving on, I'm just going to ask you basically the same questions, all right? What was something that, entering this offseason, that you really wanted to work on for yourself?
Personally, I needed to really work on my footwork. Footwork wasn't very good last year, and it kind of got me injured like I was. So I just worked on that mostly all season.
And do you feel like you've really improved in there?
Yes, sir. I feel way better than last year.
And I guess kind of walk me through it, because I mean I'm a bigger guy. I didn't play quarterback.
Yes, sir.
When I played football, I was kind of an edge myself, but then I was mainly more of a baseball player. So kind of walk me through what did you I guess whoever coached you through it, what was your issue, and kind of what did you learn from it, and what are you doing now?
Before I was just trying to rush everything, rush every throw. But now I'm just got my base, and I'm able to throw the ball the right way.
Awesome. Hey, you know what? Got to love improvement no matter what it is, right?
Yes, sir.
And then, of course, what was your kind of thought on your off season, your 2-a-days as a team? You know, what do you think? As I just said, Coach kind of really hammered down on fundamentals. Did you kind of feel that same way? Did you think there was more, not exactly favoritism by any means, but more of do you feel like y'all really worked on one thing a lot more than everything else?
Yes, sir. It's just, being more physical, rallying to the ball, being able to go throughout the game, fighting off injuries and staying healthy.
Awesome. Hey, nothing beats health, right?
Yes, sir.
And we love to see it so much. It's kind of interesting now. Let's look ahead to Fort Stockton, right? Week 1, few days away. I'm sure y'all are excited.
Yes, sir.
Right. Got to finally be able to hit somebody else that's not your teammates. So I guess kind of walk me through, and whoever wants to start can start here. What is it that Coach has really been talking to y'all regarding this week? Fort Stockton in general.
Fort Stockton in general, stopping the run. We just need to stop the run. That's what we need to do.
Be more physical.
Be more physical,
yes,
stop
sir.
and run?
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. You got to make sure you really hammer that down. Now, that's defensively. What about offensively? What do y'all think? What are y'all really working on?
We got to have positive plays. We can't have any bust back, like penalties, and we got to play our football.
No errors.
Yeah, no errors.
All game. Not messing up.
Yes,
catching
sir.
the ball.
Catching the ball.
Clean football.
Yes, sir.
It makes complete sense.
Yes, sir.
And makes all the sense in the world. And I guess, we ask coaches questions, so we'll ask it to y'all. Is there a game this year that y'all are excited for, wanting to make sure that, hey, this game is the game for us, or for me, for personally, whatever it is? Is there anything on y'all's schedule you're kind of thinking about? If you want to just look at it just a little bit.
Honestly, I think Andrews, because it's our last district game before we go to playoffs. Yeah. And it's also his birthday, so we got to win.
Yeah, it'll be my birthday.
Oh, man.
Yes,
Andrews, indeed.
Yeah.
Man, that makes sense. Man, that's late in the season. I think that's y'all's your last game for the playoffs.
November 8th.
Yes,
November 8th. Woo! It's going to be a little bit. But nonetheless, that was real. Nonetheless. Awesome, Andrews. And I guess something in the terms of a player, because I never really had to experience this too much whenever I was playing ball in high school. Y'all recently just kind of got slotted into a little bit of a different district, a little bit of a smaller. Is that something y'all really think about, or is that more of just hey, coach worries about that, let me play my game?
Honestly, it's just something that happened. We still got to play football no matter what.
We're still going to go win district. It doesn't matter for automatic playoffs. We got to go win district.
I love the confidence. Speaking of confidence, I do have really more of a last question in general, and this is what I usually ask anybody who I interview. What's the song that gets you hyped? What's that main song that gets you going? That gets you hyped up. It could be one, maybe a couple, but just at least give me one.
I honestly don't even know.
Yeah, me either. We just all listen to music. Somebody has a playlist, and we all just listen to it.
Hey, okay, fine. Then let's do that. Who has the ox?
Who has the ox? Either him or
our friend Isaac Monroe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Fantastic. You heard it here. They got you. Your teammates got you.
Yes,
here.
sir.
Always. Awesome. Fantastic. I believe we do also have Okay. When we come back, we will be talking we'll be previewing Fort Stockton. And of course, thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate y'all's time being on the show. Good luck to y'all this week. Good luck to y'all this season.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back with Chief Insider right after this.
Thank you, sir.
Used and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
At Medical Arts, your pharmacists are still people who know you. We care about you and your family. That's a relationship that can be helpful to you in so many ways. We're glad to offer curbside pickup anytime it's easier for you to stay in the car. We still proudly offer home delivery, as we have since 1957. But we admit, we like it best when you can come in, so we can visit. Medical Arts Pharmacy, the pharmacist next door. 2102 Pecos, 325-949-4636.
All right, welcome back. Little confusion there, Chad. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
But,
It's okay. We roll with the punches.
But you look, we got to talk about some important stuff here with Coach.
Exactly. Coach, obviously, we kind of teased that at the beginning of the show. Fort Stockton, we're only a few days away. Honestly, Coach, kind of give us your, and the best you can, of course. Obviously, I know you don't want to give us all the tricks and things you've noticed with the team, but kind of what are the things that you are looking into when it comes to Fort Stockton? Kind of what is this, the game plan, maybe give us a little bit there.
Man, a lot of respect to them. They do a good job. Coach Hickman does a great job coaching those kids. They're very talented kids. We got to be really sound on the opposite side of the ball. Hopefully to sustain some drives throughout the ball game. Defensively, we just got to slow them down. And we know that they're going to move the ball, so they get a big offensive line, good quarterback. Some good receivers. So overall, we got to take care of our own and do our job as a team, and hopefully the ball bounces our way.
Well, that ball bounces a little funny when it hits that turf. That's for sure. Yeah. So, but this is my question for you, Coach, and this is really the only question I got for you. I'm gonna let Chad take most of this, but how excited are you to see these kids get back on the field and just as Chad asked your two players here, hit someone other than their own?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see when those kids come out under the lights and just for themselves and representing the school, having the fans there, everybody involved, the school community, having the band, everything coming together, one night in the state of Texas. So it's a special time for these young men, and hopefully they go out there and just give it their best.
Is there anything better than Friday night lights in Texas?
No, sir.
No, sir. I would tend to agree with you on that one, Coach.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the only thing going on Friday night should be football.
That's it. I agree.
Amen to that, sir. Honestly, it's the best day of the week. Football season's in town, and this is when everything starts and go down. Now, looking more into Fort Stockton a little bit, you just mentioned you gave them their flowers. 9-2 last year. Yeah. They got eliminated in the first round of the playoffs, and they're actually going to see some faces that you're going to see as they're going to face 3 of your 4 district members, including yourselves. And you also get to face kind of a little bit of a former member of theirs with Pecos, formerly was in their district last year, now in yours. Anyway, just a little bit of a few fun facts before I kind of get to the.
And there's been a lot of change in this last reclassification this year. The districts have really changed a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that this year?
We're excited to be in the district we're in. We were very competitive district last year with Estacado, Brownwood, Andrews, us, and Big Spring. Now, I think it's another competitive district. So we're excited. We're taking one game at a time, and we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, if I remember correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm still trying to make sure I get everything right. With the 14 districts, is that guaranteed playoffs?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So then great. That leads me to the next
question. It just comes down to seeding.
Seeding. Oh, fantastic. So then, Coach, I guess that kind of leads me to this question. If obviously now I know this, but I'm sure people who watch this, maybe even the team knows. If the team knows they're going to get playoffs, how are you going to try to keep your boys motivated each and every week to make sure they go out there and give them the best ball they can give?
Well, that's easy. Everybody wants to win a district title, so we're taking it a week at a time.
Only got to beat 3 teams.
And so, it's not that easy. People say it's 3 teams, but you still got to play those games. And
right. Of course. So, my apologies. My bad.
No, you're good. No apologies needed. But no, we respect everybody that's on our district and everybody that preseason that we play, and we need to give it our best and see how the chips fall.
So looking at Fort Stockton, not looking ahead, but we're here. It's Fort Stockton week.
Yeah.
There's no looking ahead. It's here. Looking at Fort Stockton, what do you think is the greatest strength that they have that you're maybe not worried about, but do you realize, you understand, we've got to stop this?
Well, I mean, they're good at everything. I mean, like I said, they've done a good job, and they've had some kids coming back that played last year for them. So they're very experienced ball club. We got to take care of our own, and hopefully, we get some opportunities, make some big plays, and offensively and defensively. I think our coaching staff has done a good job preparing these young men, and yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a tough game. They're very good, and we believe that we can compete with anybody if we have a good game.
Now, this is a question I've always wanted to ask a coach, and I never do for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, let's hear it.
Everybody talks about the glory of the offense, the strength of the defense, okay? But no one ever gives the credit to special teams.
Special teams.
Coach, come on.
Man, don't put me in that spot. I'm a defensive guy.
Hey, and defensive guy, you do your job. And special teams, is there like easier?
Everybody on the team has a special moment in time in the game. So when you get on the field, make it your best.
Hey, I can't complain about that answer, Coach.
I think I have one more question before we kind of get over to the other special athletes, the other two athletes we got. Coach, what? And you kind of may have already told kind of in a way with other answers. And I know those pregame locker room talks are usually like in the moment type of things. What do you think your message to the team is going to be this week before your boys take the field?
That's between me and the boys on Friday night.
Well,
I'm about to say that's what my coach would have told you.
You know what? Hey, that's fair. I respect that.
If you want to know, go watch.
How to get that answer. And you know what? One more question, just for the fun of it. I asked your boys just a little second ago. Is there a song that gets you pumped up, ready to go, that you always have to play for yourself, just to get you ready?
No, just the sound of the cleats clacking and the kids getting ready and just getting out there. So no, I don't need motivation to go play Friday nights. No.
Oh man,
old-fashioned.
I always had. I'm going to be honest, Coach. I always had a song that was always "Enter Sandman" by Metallica.
Yeah.
Because I was ready to put the other team to sleep.
Ah, there you go.
But put the little defensive.
Too bad I wasn't any good though. They always put me to sleep. So take us out.
Awesome. Yeah. When we come back, first off, thank you, Coach, for your time. We appreciate
we appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you for having us on, and we appreciate everything you guys do for our kids.
And I look forward to talking to you next week about Snyder. I told you I came from Snyder. I look forward to talking to you about Snyder. Well, and I hope y'all win that. I want y'all to win that game.
Well, let's concentrate on Fort Stockton for today.
Well,
hey, I'm okay with that.
Fort Stockton.
I want y'all to win that game too.
Fort Stockton on Friday, Snyder on Monday. When we come back, we'll talk to two more student athletes from Lakeview, and then we will end the show off from there. So we'll be right back after these messages. You are watching Chiefs Insider.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
At Medical Arts, your pharmacists are still people who know you. We care about you and your family. That's a relationship that can be helpful to you in so many ways. We're glad to offer curbside pickup anytime it's easier for you to stay in the car. We still proudly offer home delivery, as we have since 1957. But we admit, we like it best when you can come in, so we can visit. Medical Arts Pharmacy, the pharmacist next door. 2102 Pecos, 325-949-4636.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
At Medical Arts, your pharmacists are still people who know you. We care about you and your family. That's a relationship that can be helpful to you in so many ways. We're glad to offer curbside pickup anytime it's easier for you to stay in the car. We still proudly offer home delivery, as we have since 1957. But we admit, we like it best when you can come in, so we can visit. Medical Arts Pharmacy, the pharmacist next door. 2102 Pecos, 325-949-4636.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Welcome back to Chief Insider. We got two more fantastic student athletes for Lakeview. I'm allowed to introduce themselves first, so whoever wants to go first, please give us just a little bit of name, a little bit about yourself, and we'll get started with the questions.
My name is Daniel Perez. I am the cross-country captain for the boys, and I'm also a drum major for the Lakeview band.
Fantastic.
I'm Raquel Bohannon. I'm also the captain for the Lakeview cross-country team, and that's about it.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Well, two captains, first off, I'm lucky enough to be able to have that opportunity because I didn't even know that before we got started. So the more you know. I guess first things first, I was just informed by some of your, classmates a little bit ago. Y'all had started school about 2 weeks ago?
Yes, sir.
So, week and a half.
Yeah, week and a half, close enough,
yeah.
Right? Just give us an idea, one at a time. Kind of just give us, how's class going for y'all? Y'all excited? Is there any particular class you're excited to look forward to? Or y'all just kind of still trying to get used to everything?
Yeah, I think definitely trying to get used to things. A lot of college courses for both of us, I believe.
Yeah.
A lot of work, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. And our your college professor, I'm pretty sure, and my college professor for government just got here today. So we're starting, because they've been at ASU. I'm pretty sure they've been at ASU. So for them, they only come twice a week. Is it the same for you? Yeah, they come twice a week to Lakeview and teach us what they can. So it's just crazy to get into all the college courses as we're about to go into it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So we mentioned ASU because I just graduated from ASU. So if you don't mind me asking, who was that professor?
We have Campos.
Campos.
Love that man.
Yeah.
He is amazing. Well, I guess gonna try to make sure we get to the other stuff about it. But my apologies, I interrupted you. So Campos, and you said you had another one?
Yeah, I actually don't remember the name. I met him like Friday.
That's okay. That's all right. Campos is great. Love that man. Now, of course, y'all mentioned cross country, both y'all captains. Just kind of give me a little bit of insight. Kind of when did the training? Of course, I'm sure you've been training by yourselves or more, but when you were able to start running with the team, and what were y'all doing, kind of focusing on throughout the y'all's off season?
Yes, sir. We started our two-a-days on August 5th, and then we wake up. Practice starts at 6:15 in the morning, and then before school started, we did that, and then at 4 we would come back for weight room to lift, and we did that before school, and now we just wake up before school and have practice still.
Yeah, and then the off season on my personal training, I really just focus on miles and getting that mileage on. For our cross country meets are 3 miles long, so I would focus on getting those 3 miles in, 3 mile run, 3 mile run. And as the season starts, we start to focus more on the speed work and like the track work, more like fast pace, and building that lactic acid up so we don't get as tired during the meets.
Awesome, and y'all just taught me a whole lot about cross country. As you can tell, I don't run much, so it's trying to make sure I'm learning this as I go along with this. So I guess you mentioned, honestly, great segue to my next question. Y'all kind of focusing on the miles. Make sure you get those 3 miles. Is it 3 miles for you?
No, the girls only run 2 miles.
2 miles?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so 2 miles for you then. So I guess kind of what is I'm assuming you're always trying to beat your personal best. If you don't mind me asking, what is that personal best for y'all?
For me, it's usually just trying to stay in the same range or beat the times. I know probably the same for Daniel. But this year I want to advance to regionals, so just to get top 10 at district. And that's my goals for the year.
Oh, same with me. The last year's personal record was ran at May Simmons in Lubbock. It was, I believe, the district race that got me to regionals. It was a 1902. And all season I'm just trying to progress and get that faster and get that time lower.
Fantastic. And I guess here's another question I've always thought about when it comes to not only just cross country, but also maybe track in general. You know, it's so interesting to me that you're running for yourself in a way, but you also have other teammates. So kind of talk to me about how that dynamic is for y'all, because you always want to improve yourself, be the fastest, be the best, but then you also want to make sure your teammates are there with you, because if I remember correctly, you also get points for the events. So kind of talk about how that is for y'all, whenever we're trying to motivate not only yourself but also just your teammates.
Yeah.
As captains, I'm sure that's something y'all got to work with on a daily basis.
Yeah, as being a captain, it really sets you in to get in that zone of you're no longer, like you said, like you're no longer running just for yourself. You're running for your team and to show them how much the hard work pays off, and you get them into that mentality and that mindset. That's what I've been trying to push my team to do. So recently this season, to get that mindset and that drive right. That like if you run faster, you work harder. You don't take the easy sets. You don't take the easy reps on the track. You don't take the breaks. You can advance and get the things, to get the placements, get the times that I'm getting to, and I'm cheering for them after I'm finishing. And it's just I'm trying to push my team as hard as I can.
Yeah, I want my team to be the best, and we're all competitive. I think that makes us better as a team and as individuals. And then also we can also advance as a team. So it's like it's individual sport, but we can advance as a team. So we stay together. We try to like run together and like keep each other going, basically.
Honestly, it's great hearing it from the both of y'all. It sounds like y'all are really much a tight-knit team, and I really love that. Now, just to kind of have a little more funny ending, because we only have a few short minutes left. I asked Francisco and Austin when they were there on the segment, and I'm going to ask y'all the same thing, but I'm going to change it a little bit. Obviously, y'all got to run, and I'm sure y'all probably can't do it during the events, but in your training, who are you playing? What's going through your ears, earphones, headphones, whatever, when you're running? What artist has to come on for you?
You go first.
Me first?
What has to come on for you?
Oh man, just this morning I had a song on repeat. It was "Bandit" by Don Toliver. And if I'm not listening to music, if I'm not listening to headphones, it is Conor McGregor's mentality, the ex-UFC champion, his mentality in my head that you cannot lose. It's the rule of attraction,
I love that
the law
so
of attraction,
much.
everything. You think about it, it's going to happen.
That is great, man. I used to love watching UFC all the time, too, so that hits deep for me.
Yes, sir.
What about you?
I listen to a bunch of like white girl music, I guess, so like Taylor Swift. I would have to say Taylor Swift's my go-to.
Okay, I got to ask. I got a lot of friends who are big on it. I'm sure I'm going to ask this incorrectly, so please forgive me. But is I believe, what is it, your favorite era?
Oh, I'm not like that.
You're not like that? You're not like that? All right.
I don't know. I don't know.
I got a lot of friends who are really into it, so I just had to, as you mentioned Taylor, so I got to ask, right? One more thing before I kind of let y'all move on with your lives and keep going and get you best forward into the season. I guess talk about y'all's first competition, I believe. Next competition?
Second one.
Second one? Okay, well then, if you don't mind, just kind of give a little information. When is that? Do you know where, when?
Our next competition is this Wednesday, August, 28th?
Yes.
Makes it 28th on Brownwood. It's the Brownwood Invitational. It's about, I want to say 3 hours away, and I'm really excited for it. Just actually, our first meet, which was last Wednesday, a week ago, I was out on injury. My hips have been really unaligned, and just this morning was my first practice back. I took a week off, and I'm back now. And, this time for Wednesday, I'm not shooting for top 10. I'm not shooting for top 5. I'm trying to get first. I'm trying to win it.
Okay. And then we heard his goals. What are your goals?
I think this meet is just a PR. It's going to be hot, so we're trying to get used to the heat. Like, last meet was like 95 degrees. Yeah, it killed us.
Yeah, the heat. I feel that just walking, so I can only imagine what it's like running 2 and 3 miles, two and 3 miles respectively. Yeah. Well, Daniel, Raquel, I appreciate y'all so much for being here on the show and during this segment. Good luck to y'all this season and classes and everything. And thank you to all y'all watching at home. You are watching Chief Insider Live from Shenanigans. Thank you so much for your time, and as always, take care of each other and yourselves. Thank you so much. Have a good one.